Hey guys, thought I'd come up the cemetery and walk around a little bit. See if Larry's graves went down any and see if we might can hear anything. I'm not going to run the spirit box, just see if we catch any EVPs. It has went down somewhat. That storm last night blew the flowers over. See what we can do about that. Some of you probably remember Larry by being behind me and Joseph when we was doing some of them hot challenges and sour challenges. I watched a couple of them last night, and it's sad that it had to turn out like it did with him. Nobody deserves to get stolen from, so yeah, it's terrible act that didn't have to happen. JC, mother, mama, Larry, granddaddy, love you guys. Walk around a little bit here. There've been several times I catch just a regular EVP. If anybody don't know exactly what that stands for, it's electronic. Something's wrong here. Something's different on his grave. Something's been moved. Electronic voice phenomenon is what EVP stands for. That angel may have been moved to a different spot. Just looks different. Huh. Mama, mother, Larry, love you guys. Come up and everyone speak to me. Anyone. I can hear you when I play this back. Would love to hear from you. Without me having to use the spirit box. So I can see just how much energy you guys are using. Without using that spirit box, it would take a massive amount of energy to speak. That's for sure. Sheila Jackson. Shonda. Christy. Katrina. Landa. James. If you guys will speak to me, I can hear you when I play this back. I love and miss you guys. It's windy, guys. You may want to use earbuds. This cemetery here's really, really filled up over the years. I remember we used to come here when I was a child. On this old side, they might have been 60 or 70, On this new side, with no one. Even over here on this side of the road, none. And about everybody on this mountain pretty well knows everybody. So, I mean, that's why a lot of time when I run the spirit box, they'll ask, how's Wanda? Where's Wanda? You know, call me by name. Um, it's just, it's just crazy how this has filled up like it has. I still have to say it's the best, humblest cemetery I have ever been to. This is the only cemetery I've ever come that nothing negative has ever said or did anything. Now I have seen some crazy looking photos that me and Carol and some of them have snapped, but I have seen more positive in them photos than I did negative. And the ones that was what most would consider negative, I don't think it was negative. I'll tell you the story here. Carol was with me, most of the time, and we would come here to, run his grave, who she used to be with, and we would ride down that road, turn around, come back up through. And we got almost to the end of that road there where it comes onto this road. We stopped, and I seen something this way behind me here. And so I got out of the vehicle and I started snapping photos, cut all kind of orbs and whatnot. But she snapped a photo while she was still sitting in the car throughout her passenger window, and you could see I'd have to say, a creepy looking face. But I don't think that was negative just because of the way it looked. That could have been the way he looked when he passed. A lot of people overlook the theory of something being negative and or think right off the top first thought would be something negative, and sometimes it's just not. I have done in-home sessions, and I can count on one hand the times that they had actually had real paranormal with something demonic or negative. Anybody want to come up and talk to me? Try to say hello, whistle, mumble. I've been hearing sometimes wind chimes out here, and I have looked all over, and I don't see none. But there's times that I hear it. I believe it was graveyard session, the second one from the last that I did. I heard them then. I just don't understand that. And it sounds like it's right next to my camera, you know. Big Mama, her name was Arizona Guthrie. Uh, that was my grandmother's, or well, my great grandma's mother, and everybody called her Big Mama. She used to squeeze my dadgum cheeks till I thought they were gonna fall off. And Ruth, Robert. I was standing here one day with a spirit box, and Robert said, "Wished I was alive again." And then directly he said, "No, never mind. I'm good." So he knows on that side he ain't got to worry with nothing. Over here it was still, turmoil. Anybody want to come up and say hello? Whistle, hum, whatever you make and do. Show yourself. I look for visuals as well as listening real close for any voice. You guys do the same thing. Use earbuds and listen very, very closely. Because sometimes they can come out as a whisper, and it's them actually hollering just to get a word out. Over here to this side is when I heard the little boy named Edward. Andrew. Yeah, Andrew. And then I heard a female say, "Andrew, come here." And the little feller said, "That's my mom." But I have looked all over here, and there is no Andrew. So I don't know if it was a unmarked grave from over there on that old side, or if it was a grave over here that just never did get a headstone. I don't know. I got down as far as walking. I got right there in the curve, and I heard him again. That's when he said, "I like you." I said, "You like me?" He said, "I like what you do." And I said, "I just give a voice to you guys." He said, "It's nice." But a lot of these cemeteries people don't realize is, it takes a lot, and I mean a lot, of energy to speak, period. And hold on a minute. Look right here. But that would have not have been a child unless they had a child that's unmarked here. 1882 to 1967. Emma, 1892 to 1962. Now, that could be the mom for definite. But as you see on this row, there is no other Andrew here. And again, it was a child that spoke, not a full-grown man. So that's crazy. John W., thanks for your service. He was in World War II. Tank destroyer. Yes. 809th Infantry, 1914 to 1974. Thank you, John, for your service. I'm still wondering about that deal there. Where else could their child have been buried if that's who it was um, on this property? I just don't know. Now, let's go back here and see Jamie. She was 19, I think, when she passed. She was a family friend. Me and her mom and her dad are still good friends. I seen them not long ago when her mom's not doing real good. Sorry for the bouncing, guys. I'm holding it on a tripod here. Jamie, can you hear me, love? I seen your mom and dad not long ago. Jamie Kira Yancey. That's a pretty name. Born 1994, passed 2020 of November. Jamie, if you can speak, I'll be able to hear your voice when I play it back. Anybody? Want to come up, say hello? Give me your name if possible. Christopher Gene Kaufman. That's a nice tombstone as well. Got a little bench here. Chris, we love you more. Aw. Chris, feel free to speak if you'd like. Anyone. And what I mean by energy, of course, it's kind of simple for some when you're running a spirit box or whatnot. They can gather energy from it as well. But they all need to learn that they can draw energy off of other spirits as well to create words. And I believe that if they practice enough, I would think that I'm up here enough that they would realize that that's what you can do. But 9 times out of 10, it's with a spirit box, and that's my fault. I should come just like this a lot of time and let them use their own energy to figure out how to gather it. Even though I'm speaking it to what they can do and how they can do it, it's still like in life here. Some things is easier said than done, so that's the same factor with them. But it's just like anywhere else. I mean, you got to understand, they still feel, hear, sense things as they did in life. They still have the same wants. A lot of them are scared. A lot of them ask for help. All kind of pleading. And then there's some that's just silent all the time. They accept their fate and they just deal with it. Wind's picking up, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and cut here, and I sure appreciate all of you watching and listening about all this, kind of explaining what to look for and how to work in the cemetery. I love each and every one of you. She gets off tonight at 8, so we'll probably live at 9:30, something like that. Love you.